Hello, Fightful Faithful. It's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. And therefore, this.
It's the Sour Grabs post show for May 5th. Happy
This.
Cinco de Mayo,
Yep.
white girls and white girls only.
hmm
Get in your super chats, get in your humper chats. Subscribe to Fightful Select, by God, because Sean Rossap dropped a loaded report today all about WWE and these pay cuts that they're asking talent to take on the back of talking about how much money they made at WrestleMania and giving themselves raises. So lots of details about that, including there was supposed to be a joint statement, apparently, thanking the New Day for all of their contributions, and that only happened privately. We don't know why that didn't go public. The talent agent world kind of looking at WWE deals different, as if these long-term deals are just not a guarantee anymore. And most importantly, several talent being asked to take pay cuts and told they only had 48 hours to decide. So lots in that report. That's the kind of report, like, we ask that you subscribe to support original reporting always, but like, hey, this person got signed here is sometimes like the real kind of extent of the news on certain things. This one is like a loaded, tons of context, tons of detail. Like, you want to subscribe for stories like this because you just want accurate information about something so loaded. But FightfulSelect.com, Shawn going hard in the paint on this one. Check it out. You also get lots of other things, Alex, including Alex and I doing a Raw review that was actually just us playing Tomodachi Island. And Obafemi and Willow Nightingale are married.
They are. They're happily married. And
They live in a beach house.
Yeah.
He's the ruler of her heart.
They live in a beach house because obviously. And it's the thing. If you care to watch stuff like that, then there you go. We're good.
Look, scoops are great, no? But when you see, like, Japanese character Will Ospreay, like in Japanese animation style, kind of, at a game targeted for children, you don't know what you're missing by not being subscribed to Fightful Select and joining us on Mondays. We talked about Raw for like a minute, but mostly we played that game because that game rules, and I'm obsessed with it. And I need it in my life.
So, puns. Puns. Listen, here's the thing.
Island puns.
Here's what I would. I mean, well, yes, I suppose. I mean, here maybe as part of this, because it's close to what I was thinking. Simply because evil is now Naraku, and that apparently is a character in anime. I don't know anything about anime. I don't know that you do either. But I'm sure the puns among the people who do know things about anime will be riotous, and it'll be funny.
I'm sure
for us.
But like, I do this to pop myself. I don't care about these people.
Oh, let's see. Like the people who love they're into it. So like the people who love anime are into it.
But it feels like.
And here's the thing: that the anime people, they will spend money to pop each other with anime puns.
That's fair.
And that's what we're here for. I mean, us and Keanu Carver are both only here for money.
It is true. Let's do both because I also don't want to exclude people who don't know anime, and I don't just mean myself.
Okay,
other people too. But island puns and anime puns. I apologize
island
in advance
puns,
that I'm
island life puns.
Island life,
like
yeah.
We're good.
We're in there.
Tony D'Angelo just attacks Tavion Heights. Not live. Just earlier today, he just attacked Tavion Heights, and him. Like 12 different men were unable to separate them from each other. Yeah, just attacks him. It's fine. We'll obviously see more about that later. Jaida Parker and Kelly Armstrong.
Say too, like there's just a little too much of that going on in NXT. Like there's everything is getting set up with attacks. They need to come up with some fresh ideas on that front because it's just like there's so many this got set up by an attack
Shawn
things
Michaels,
going on.
It's chaos, Kate, and that's what Shawn Michaels wants is chaos. And so he instructed the general manager, his subordinate, but the guy who runs things in his stead, to throw a lit stick of dynamite into the locker room, and everybody is freaking out. You know, like when your dog hears fireworks and they're just running around crazy because they don't know where it's going. That's everybody in NXT is basically your dog on the 4th of July. So
yeah, but it's
they're
also
either
like
hiding
if you
under
just
a coffee table or they're barking their heads off, running around because they don't know when they're under attack.
if you're on Evolve and you just show up and attack someone, like there's a 50-50 chance you could get a title match. I feel like I need if my favorite way of going about wrestling is not pure chaos, but if the idea is we want to do pure chaos, shouldn't chaos be more than one thing repeated? Like by definition, isn't chaos like an unorganized amalgamation of things?
If the status quo is chaos, is it really chaos? Is chaos can chaos be the status quo? Once everyone is doing chaotic things, it's no longer chaotic because everyone expects you to do it.
We're
it is
7 minutes in, and this got very meta. I was just trying to say switch up the playbook.
Okay. Jaida Parker and Kelly Armstrong have a fight. They don't like each other very much.
No, they do not.
They push each other around before the match. And okay, so this is I was watching this like, okay, so I don't feel like you can pin either of these ladies. Jada's coming off of a loss in her program with Blake, and then she had a mini program. She had a mini program with Blake because it was one match had done. Well, one match that didn't actually take place.
Right.
Then they actually had a full match about it, and Jaida lost. Then you had Jaida and Kalani get involved. Jaida beat Kalani clean the first time, and then she lost again. She lost to Kalani, and then they stopped the program. And like Jaida feels like a person who could easily step up in the absence of Sol Ruka, Blake Monroe, JC Jane. They're all gone. So Jaida Parker feels like it might be her time now. So
sure.
you would make a major statement by having her be actively leapfrogged on our television by Kelly Armstrong, and yet Kelly Armstrong is the type of woman who should be leapfrogging people. I just didn't think it was going to be Jaida Parker. So I was watching this match going, what weird shenanigans are they going to do to lead to this being a non-finish? How are they, if one of them gets the victory, how are they going to protect the other? And it turns out just Kelly Armstrong, who's stronger than Atlas, needs to rake the eyes of her opponent in order to get a victory, which feels like you're putting her over in the weakest way possible. Like if you're going to if you're going to say we're putting over Kelly Armstrong to move her up the card, and we have a storyline about this loss for Jaida Parker, then you need to sack up and just have Kelly Armstrong beat Jaida Parker. Don't have Kelly Armstrong pull a Ric Flair and gouge an eye. Like, that's not who Kelly Armstrong is. That's not who she should be. She should be muscling up people and beating the hell out of them. Jaida Parker should hit the hypnotic, and Kelly Armstrong kicks out of it. You know what I mean? And then Jaida Parker's like, well, what the hell what can I do? I can't beat anybody now. And then Kelly Armstrong, in a perfect world, doesn't have a finisher that is 1/5 of the 5 moves of doom. And instead she actually doesn't do a running shoulder block as her finish, and she does something else. But we don't live in a perfect world, far from it.
We do not.
But if you're going to actually have her win, you should have her win strong, as opposed to whoopsie daisy, I raked your eyes kind of absent-mindedly, and I win. And it just feels like that's not the best way to do this if you're going to do it. we'll talk in a second about what they're planning on doing with Jaida Parker. But the match I thought was well contested. I just feel like if you're gonna make a choice, make the damn choice. Don't hedge your bets.
Yeah, my complaint is the same as your complaint on this. I feel like I get why they did it because they're trying to protect Jaida, but this kind of feels like one of those things of like, well, maybe this wasn't the match to have then, because it, to your point, like you don't want to make Jaida feel weak, and you want Kelly to look strong as she's like emerging here in NXT. The match was really good. I felt like their chemistry was very good. They definitely like understand the worlds each other work in. I feel like very well. I'm so impressed by Kelly Armstrong early on here. Like she has so much strength. But the eye rake did feel like she doesn't come across that way to me. She doesn't come across as someone who needs to pull moves like that to win. But I also get that they wanted to give Jaida something to kind of throw a fit about in a way that makes her not look as weak. But that's a tough thing to book if you're going to decide to do the match, because you don't want to make Jaida look like a chump, and you don't want to make Callie look like she doesn't belong here right off the bat. So it's kind of tough to do that clean. I wish they had done it cleaner and more clever, right? Like of some phenomenal counter to something, but there's not, like, neither of them have something that I guess that we've seen so far that would require something super clever to get out of. So it's a tricky one. I just wish that I wish someone had outsmarted the other instead of taking a cheap win, if that makes sense.
Cheap way out. I mean, someone outsmarting the other is one thing, but like, if the storyline, as it appears to be, is Jaida Parker can't win anything and is starting to doubt herself, then have her friggin' lose.
Yeah,
have her lose, have her lose the match. Have her give Kelly Armstrong her best shot. Kelly Armstrong kicks out of it. Kelly Armstrong puts her down. Like, like that to me is because you are doing that storyline for Jaida Parker. Because later we see her flipping out, in destroying the locker room, tearing everything apart. And then she sits in her locker room, she's at a loss. And in walks Nattie. If Luis was here, I would ask him to tell me the last time she appeared on Raw. Because I do believe it was January, but I might be wrong about that. So Nattie is here and says, I guess it's true what they say. Jaida Parker has gone soft. And then she looks at Jaida, and Jaida looks at her, and then she leaves. And what were we talking about, Kate? Just with a different person. Nattie
building a dojo.
Building a dojo and training up some women like BCC style. Blackpool Combat Club style. That would be really cool. I didn't think it would be Jaida Parker, but I'm game. Let's see what happens. Nattie was in prime position to go after the Intercontinental title, but apparently she was only allowed to like be in its orbit while Maxine Dupree was also in its orbit. And they seem to have fully given up on that experiment on Raw. She is hanging out with Otis at ringside while Otis gets murked by Obafemi, and also chatting it up with Austin Theory in the background of backstage shots. But that's more TV time than Nattie has been getting. Nattie had a little feud with Maxine, beat her up a bunch of times, and then disappeared from television. So now they've decided we're going to put her on in NXT to teach some people, which again is something I've kind of been asking for. If you don't have anything for them on the main roster, somebody like Nattie would be an amazing person to utilize in NXT. However, we were all really excited about her debuting the Nattie Neidhart character. She got I think cumulatively 20 minutes of screen time over like 6 weeks. And then because all those matches with Maxine were short, and then they just said, okay, well, we have no further need of you. And I just feel like that was very odd.
It's really frustrating because it feels like they were like, well, see, she didn't get over. And it's like, well, see, you did nothing in creative to get her over. Like, she wasn't on a winning streak before that feud with Maxine. Maxine just is not there yet, ring-wise. Like, I'm sorry. I know people, like, love her, and apparently she works her ass off backstage and all these things, like, which is great. But at the same time, the reality of it is she's not ready. Like, she's not ready. And it's unfortunate, and I wish that wasn't the case, but I don't feel like that's a reflection of Nattie, certainly, and I think that's really unfair. I also feel like they had this whole table set with Becky. They set up a whole Rumble spot, and there were like a couple of interactions. They didn't do anything with it, which is a shame. So it feels like they were like, well, see, this gimmick was never going to work. And it's like, well, you did a terrible job with it. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. Now, a Nattie Dojo would be awesome because I would love for like a women's stable takeover to be a part of this. Like, I think it would be good for NXT talent. I think with Jaida, like, the next time she has a title shot, she probably needs to win. So this gives her something to do on the way to that or adjacent to that in a way. I think that there are some killers that you could, like, build out with Nattie. I just don't want this to be, well, Nattie.
I like this.
Yeah. I love that idea. I think we mentioned Carmen. Yeah.
Yeah, I think honestly that is good.
The Bloodsport crew, like the people that were doing those matches would be good here. But I do feel like what I don't want is Nattie. Wow, I brought the badass out of Jaida and she beat me, and now I'm going back to the main roster. Like, do something with it. Don't just make Nattie the litmus test girl that comes down for one feud and then goes back to the main roster and wears a cowgirl hat and sits backstage. Like, she's so talented. So that's very frustrating.
Yeah. Robert Stone's talking to Tony D'Angelo, and it's like, you can't do that, Tony. No, screw that. I want a title match against Tavion Heights tonight. Oh, okay, you got it. All right, it's fine. But they also had already announced that the mixed tag match was the main event, and I was like, why would the world champion title match not be the main event? And it ended up being the main event because some dumb stuff. We'll talk about it. Speaking of dumb stuff, Lexis King out there looking like Doug Dimmadale. What is the obsession with the giant 10-gallon hat? But he's like, wow, what a travesty it was last week. Shawn Legacy wasn't even supposed to be there. Who the hell is this Tate Wilder? This is, and then Finley comes in with obviously pre-recorded a message from William Regal that he is playing off as though he is live on the telephone, and he says that was a travesty. Luckily, I've brought Charlie to London to train. Then you are going to in a 6-man tag next week. Don't mess it up or something. So yeah, it's Lexis and ponytail mustache and the son-in-law of Santino Marella. Versus some Tate. Is it Tate? Is that Tate? Is it Tate or is it Dorian? It's Tate. It's Tate. Dorian, not Dorian. It's Tate, and it's Shawn Legacy, and it's EK Prosper, and they're gonna have a 6-man tag next week, and it's gonna be good.
Here's hoping. Here's hoping. Sorry, I just realized I was supposed to do the thumbnail, and I didn't, so there we go. Fixing it. But Lexis King, bitch stole my look once again, and I don't appreciate it because that's the outfit I was going to wear on the show. And he goes and he steals my look one more time. I was going to wear an all-white denim outfit and a hat, and I was going to take eyeliner and do this. And now I'm
Mm-hmm.
just in this white shirt with my hair pulled back
Well,
because what am I
now
supposed
we
to
know
do?
what your Halloween costume is going to be. Your Halloween costume is going to be Nexus King in this very outfit. You have
Um,
6 months to get it done, Kate.
we'll see.
Okay, fine.
Noam Dar's back. What if he busts out
So,
some fashion I want to copy instead?
well, listen. We have things to talk about, but that's not it yet. There is a very cool vignette or a
Vinya.
for Evil,
Yes.
but that's not his name anymore. I really enjoyed this. I thought that, like again, allowing people to cut promos in their native language,
So much
everything got
better.
so much better. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this a lot. And I did not present you with a gift. I presented you with a proclamation. One day we will meet for the NXT title. It is written in the Rising Sun. They show his name. Naraku. Naraku. It's very obviously Naraku. Later, Vic Joseph calls him Naroku, which is definitely not his name. His name is Naraku. There's an A and not an O. If he was Naroku, he'd be a streaming stick. He's not. He's not.
Correct.
He's
Yeah,
not in
he's
the
not a
Fire
streaming
Stick.
stick.
He's not in the Chromecast. He's
No.
he's he's not in the Samsung
Naraku.
Smart TV. He is not in the Roku. He is Naraku. There's a difference.
It also, I know it's an
But
anime
yeah,
character. It
I'm
also
looking forward to the
means
debut of Naraku.
it means hell in Japanese as well, or like the abyss. So it's good. Like if you can't show up as evil, that's a good adjacent thing, and it works translation wise and whatever. I feel like the presentation for him is good so far. We talked about it a little bit last week, but I think he gets a little bit of a bad rap because of what the booking was around House of Torture in Japan, and continues to be, by the way. But that's a different issue. So
Yeah.
I think he'll do good. I think he'll
Yeah.
help
Yes.
in the build
Yes.
of some of these younger men's singles wrestlers. To be honest, like while he's going to be there and not on the main roster, so. Good for him. Get paid while you still can.
Yeah.
Alex, we have some chats. We didn't do our greetings.
Yes. I mean, yeah. Go do your chats. Do your chats.
Well, we have Greg Cherry saying, "Good evening, SGS. I made my lunch for tomorrow and was watching Classic Mario Party, upset that people were chopping out Yoshi. Now I'm here, love yins." Well, thank you for hanging out. Wrestle King, formerly AEW King, who's expanded territories, saying, "Hey guys, just sending some love. NXT was all right. It was up and down. Yeah, there was good and there was bad. We did have this request. Can we skip NXT and check in on Willow and Oba? We got to save, I think, Tomodachi Island for behind the paywall. We also, man, we have happy anniversary greetings to Lieutenant and Mrs. Photo. Happy anniversary to the two of you kids. JW Pringle saying, "Amazing Alex Killicall, Killer Kate, Powerful Papa Pump Elizabeth, and all the SGS. HBK still can't book. Some things never change. I'm proud of you all." Well, thank you, my brother, in a literal sense. Very much appreciate it. We got, Alex left. I knew that was going to happen. He was freezing up a little bit. Let me get this bar out of my face. Any more chats that we can run down? We'll talk about this. Meet Norma saying, "Not surprised, but always nasty work to release talent while execs hit the lotto. F the Fed. Dynamite was amazing. Important question, how you know?" Listen, how do any of us know? I know that Andrade and Tsuji have insane chemistry in the ring. If you didn't watch Wrestling Dontaku, that match is worth seeking out. I saw that match the first time it happened in Philly on one of the Roads 2s, and they have great chemistry. This Andrade character is working. as far as the F the Fed stuff goes, I certainly understand the feelings on that today. Like, it's never a good thing when you're asking the people who put their lives on the line to take less money and saying that they aren't valuable. And especially when it's people like the New Day, right? Like, I think that's gross enough. And then when you do it after your braggadocious victory lap about WrestleMania and giving yourselves a bunch of raises, it's kind of like lowering the minimum wage after the government gives you, right? Like, after the government gives themselves a bunch of raises themselves. Sorry, I'm just making sure Alex has the link. I'm doing a lot of producing on the side here today, but yeah, we have a bunch of updates on Fightful Select about it. Yeah, what other chats we got? What do you guys want to talk about? You guys got some good puns coming our way. My birthday's coming up, you guys. Thank you to everybody in the Discord who's like planning for it. You guys are so sweet. Hard eyes for Suji. Love Suji and his magnificent hair. Andrade versus Suji slap. Saray versus... Yeah, there's some incredible stuff. New Japan's having a good reset year, I feel like. Like, there's definitely been a shift. Despite them getting rid of my boys, Shane Haste and Mikey Nichols. How dare they? They're doing a good job with the creating stars from within that they desperately needed to. I think Yamura's looking really good. Oiwa's looking amazing. They're always going to have, like, Zach and Suji at the top of the card to help out with things. I think this stuff Will Ospreay, if you follow New Japan, what they did this past week with Ospreay and United Empire is really interesting. Like, one of the criticisms for Forbidden Door is, like, we haven't had a lot of crossover stories. But we are getting, like, a really, really interesting arc. Speaking of, congrats to Shane Hayes. My dude won gold in Pro Wrestling Noah. Maybe Shane Hayes shows up in NXT. That would pop me tremendously. But couldn't be happier for that dude, and also couldn't have been happier for, like, the outpouring of support. It's not a secret on here. Like, I'm a huge Shane Hayes gal. Seeing, like, everybody from, like, Dijak to Sumi Sakai, whatever, like, giving this guy his flowers. He's just one of the best. He never complains about anything. He's such a sweetheart. So I'm very happy about that. And I'm very happy to, I think, welcome my new co-host, Alex Pulowski, back to the stage. Give it up for Alex Pulowski! He's here. We made it.
Hey, I don't know for how long. I don't know what's wrong with any of this. StreamYard decided to stop working entirely. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens again.
It's a son of a bee.
Will that be great? Yep. Hey, Jackson Drake had a match against Jasper Troy, who is being pushed as a monster babyface. We'll see how long that lasts. He's gotten better, which is, I would say, I would hope so. But yes, he has gotten better. And Jackson Drake is very, very talented. And this was a thing like, well, what ridiculous shenanigans are you going to pull to have Jackson Drake, the pretty boy, chicken shit heel, get the victory over the monster babyface Jasper Troy? And it turns out they just brought up Michael Lockwood to give him a Hulk Hogan Andre body slam on the outside, roll him in, and he takes the 450 and loses. It definitely ruled. It definitely ruled. Again, I am frankly amazed at the restraint with like that they're just handling her as
like taste. They don't do that a lot.
Yeah. They don't.
It was like 6 months ago that they were like, let's body shame Jordan Grace for how her body looked 4 years ago, which was still strong and beautiful.
Yeah.
I refreshed the Humper chats and my dad's came through that said, Greetings, SDS, and
Okay.
condolences to Yankee fans on the loss of John Sterling. Big tip of the hat to Mr. NXT himself, J.W. Pringle. I was very in my feelings about John Sterling. I posted this on social media, but for those who don't follow me, one, congratulations, and two, John Sterling, like the voice of my childhood, is like kind of thrown around a lot. But as much as I remember home run calls and as much as I remember postseason moments, which I was so spoiled with as a kid, like the moment in time his voice brings me back to is so specific because with my parents and them being responsible adults who loved me as a child, when I was in like 4th and 5th grade, I wasn't allowed to stay up for games that were on the West Coast because they started at 10:05. So if they're playing the Mariners, the Angels, the A's, whatever, like I'm not staying up for those games. They start too late. And I'm dating myself here. But I had one of those AM FM radios that was like red digital numbers, black and brown like everybody had, and it was like alarm setting, AM radio setting, FM radio setting. And I would, those nights, with all my might, stay up as late as I could with it on the AM radio setting. And at that time, it was Michael Kay and John Sterling. And I would stay up as late as I could and I would fall asleep. And then the next morning, my alarm wouldn't go off because it wasn't on the alarm setting. It was on the AM radio setting. And unless I heard my sister's hairdryer go off or whatever, like my parents were just waking me up the next morning when that happened. So I like can crawl back into those nights where I was like trying to stay awake with every cell of my body, and like hearing him and Michael Kay soothe me to sleep against my will is like so vivid. And I'll just be thinking of him a lot this season, and it's unbelievably sad and incredible that guy, I think, called like a quarter of the games in Yankee franchise history or something. It's nuts how much that guy's work ethic was just his entire life. So rest in peace, John Sterling. He's the best. I will always appreciate his insane, crazy calls. So, but anyway, hi, Dad. Thank you. My dad is going to be on his way here to assemble a bunch of furniture soon enough. All this will disappear in the background.
So we're gonna talk about a major return, just for you, Kate. This is a return that happened just for you. This is I feel like you got a hold of my red phone and called HBK and said you need to bring back a certain special boy. They are, as Jackson Drake and his two goofball buddies walk backstage. I don't know where Micah is. She
Oh no. It's so weird being the one with stable internet.
shows up later, but I don't know why she at the beginning of this. I too. I don't know if I'm talking to myself because I can't see anything now.
I can hear you, but you're frozen.
Okay, and listening to me. Can you hear me?
I can.
Everybody's frozen. Oh,
I can hear
good.
you in spurt.
Yes.
Now you're like back. Now you're so back.
I know. I'm
like
back.
Noam
But yeah, he's also back. I don't know who the kid was they were talking to beforehand. I don't watch Evolve. I don't know anything about that. If you're gonna refer to a vignette that this guy is in where he's a painter, might as well show that vignette to us so we know what the hell Ricky Vapes is talking about. But in walks Noam Dar, and again, this is now a thing in the SGS Discord lore. Every now and then, NXT will do something which makes me think I'm actively having a stroke. I thought Noam Dar was released while injured. Like that was my Like I just thought he was
Oh,
like that. I just
I
because
would
it
be
was
on here mourning if that was the
well,
case.
yeah, but I thought we did do a mourning thing about it. It was in my head that we mourned or whatever, but instead we're mourning this because he came back, and he's here now, and that's also it's great. But I again, I hate to rain on people's parade, except for that's my
Except you
entire
love
business.
to.
Except that's my entire business model. So he's getting fed to Jackson Drake next week as part of that he's going to be choke slammed by Michael Lockwood. So like it's great because it's going to put over her, but like there's nothing good in the future of Noam Dar on this particular program.
Shut up.
I
Just
I
stop
this is
talking.
I feel like he'd be the king of the indies. I feel like he'd work anywhere all over the world and be amazing. I feel like he is absolutely like when they say this guy used to be huge 10 years ago, it ain't far off. The Cruiserweight Classic from which he got hired originally was in July of 2016. He's 2 months away from his 10-year chip. Like that is crazy. So we will see if a guy who's been in the building for 10 years, albeit off and on with injury, we will see how well he is regarded with all of these children coming up from Evolve and LFG who all need to be put over. And this is the thing is, I can't be the guy who's like, you should put over the young talent. And also be the guy, but not Noam Dar though. Noam Dar should win all the matches. I have to be somewhat consistent, don't I?
Not when it comes to my baby Noam.
Okay, okay.
How dare you?
I'll let you continue then. You go.
Noam Dar's back. I'm so excited. I love him so much. I'm sorry he's just the meta one right now, but I believe the talent, I forget what his name here is, but it was Zoya from the European scene, which I think Corey Brennan broke the news on him signing. So chalk it up for Fight Plus Aligned. But Noam Dar's back, and I don't care. Not Shawn Michaels booking, not your fantasy booking, my heart being broken and hurting me and doom and gloom. Noam Dar's back. You're not going to ruin this for me. I'm so excited that he's here. Romero Moreno. Okay.
Okay.
I've heard only wonderful things about him. I have not seen a ton of his work, but I look forward to getting acquainted. And Noam Dar's back. So
Yes.
I will say I miss some of the fashion. I hope it picks up. I do miss the outfits. I know the metaphor is not a thing, but like that doesn't mean he has to go back to wearing normal clothes.
He called himself the supernova thing, which is I think that's the one where he
Yes.
zips up his quarter zip all the way up to up here, and he like gets in there and he does the that. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's true.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
He should win everything all the time.
Wouldn't it be great?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's certain guys that if you ask me what you should do with them, I'm just going to say they should win everything all the time. He's one of them.
Is it just him and Tozawa who are left from the Cruiserweight Classic? Is that it? I mean, the chat will help me out if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's just him and Tozawa.
That breaks my heart.
Like that's kind of crazy. That's wow. It's just
ouch, baby. Very ouch.
Yeah. If I can find in the next 2 months, if I can find the entirety of the Cruiserweight Classic online, because the WWE Network doesn't exist anymore. It's not on Peacock. I don't think they uploaded it to YouTube.
That's a good question.
The last time I checked, I could not find it. So
that's what I want for my birthday, as Alex to review the Cruiserweight Classic with me.
That was the plan, was to review it for the 10-year anniversary of Fightful, because it was the first major project I did while employed for this website 10 damn years ago.
Oh, Johnny Gargano, right?
Well, yeah, but he was already signed. Like he was not a guy they brought in for the Cruiserweight Classic.
Right, that's true.
He was already part of NXT, and they like had a couple of NXT guys in it, him and Ciampa, but like maybe somebody else. But everybody else they brought in for the Cruiserweight Classic, and then signed a whole bunch of them. And I'm pretty sure those two dudes are
Where'd all the time go?
Yeah.
This is what I want for my birthday. I want Alex to review that, and I want Shawn for SRS 10 to review Danielson and ZSJ. That's all, because he gave that a 10 stars.
Okay, well there you go.
Or 10 out of 10. And that was in Seattle. That one wasn't in the Tokyo.
You're right. You know what? Lince Dorado is in Evolve, so I guess that works.
No, I think he departed, didn't he?
Did he?
I think so. Don't quote me on that.
I mean, I don't know. Okay, in order for me to have internet right now, I had to close the tab that had a rundown. So I'm going to need you to tell me what the hell happened on the show, because I don't remember.
Oh, no. Hold on, let me pull up.
Oh, you're right. Raul Mendoza is here. I forgot. They changed his name, so I don't remember. Raul Mendoza is now... What's his deal? What's the thing? Oh gosh, what's his ridiculous name that they never use on TV because he's never on TV? I can't remember. Cruz del Toro. That's it. They changed his name from Raul Mendoza to Cruz del Toro. So there are three.
Hold on, I'm trying to find our rundown. You used ours?
I had stopped doing that because Luis stopped actually doing them before I could actually use them. So no, I was not using it. But
I'll pull up on other sites.
If you find one and you got it, that's great. I'm not allowed to have any other open tabs or.
I've lived that life, brother. I've lived that life. We can talk next about this.
I forgot I have a mini computer in my hand that also doesn't abandon me.
Well, we could talk about the Zaria, Nikkita, Lizzy, Rain, Tatum.
Yes.
That's
We'll talk about that because Zaria comes out and Zaria cuts her program of like, okay, now I'm no more soul, so now nobody's in my way, and so now we're gonna go back to where it all started. The thing that should have been mine 14 months ago. Whatever was the North American title. It was like, North American, really? Have you be the world champ like you friggin' should have been friggin' months ago? We're gonna
but
no,
Soul had that title like that. That was what she was.
I understand that part, but also I don't, because she's the best they got, and they should just put the world title on her and everybody else chase. But I understand the story part. And stories like they matter in wrestling. Here's the thing: the big part of this that really set me off was what a Sophie's choice for Kate, Zaria and Potato Paxley. You have to choose between the two of them. They both can't be champ. One of them has to lose and be sad, and they're like two of your favorites.
I know. Someone said Alex has potato internet earlier in the super chats. Here it is. And I think it's because of Tatum Paxley. So I'm going to have to root for her to lose because she's our tater top. But, I love Tatum so much. But, like, this Zaria run is something I've been asking for since she entered the company. Like, it's time for that. I feel like they turned this into a fatal four-way so that Tatum's protected in hopefully what will be an inevitable loss for Zaria. I'm intrigued to see how that works. My guess is Zaria wins this 4-pack and there's a rematch 1-on-1. And I'm looking forward to that match a lot because I actually really want to see Tatum and Zaria. Like I think that would be such an interesting in-ring performance, and I look forward to, if that's the direction they go, that and what this 4-way could bring, because actually adding Nikkita and Lizzy Rain in there is a very interesting in-ring combination.
Yeah, like Lizzy Rain comes out to interrupt because Tatum was being very Tatum about the whole thing.
Sure.
And she was being like, Zaria, I understand. Like everybody knows like that mean, obviously, no one knows more than me how it feels to feel abandoned and betrayed by your friends. So I get where you're coming from, but no one's taking this title from me. And then Lizzy Rain comes out, and Lizzy Rain just does her wonderful cartoon character thing that I love so much. What if we injected some heavy metal into that title?
So great, man.
Then I'm like, yeah, let's do that. And then Nikkita Lyons comes out, and I literally said out loud to my TV, no, 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 you lost last week. No, no, you lost last week to her. Like, if you want to do Lizzy Rain versus Zaria for the #1 contendership, like, that's cool. Zaria can beat Lizzy Rain. Lizzy Rain can have a great showing, but you Zaria countering her giant step-up knee, grabbing her out of the air into an F5. Give me that 10 days a week. That would be great. I want that. But Nikkita doesn't have to be involved in this whatsoever. Now, she did some fun little character work. She sang words that didn't need to be sung. She called herself Nikkita Multimedia, which I don't even know if is multimedia still anything. Anyway, I was just still, no, you lost last week. You don't, whatever. And then they devolved into fighting. And then Stone made a tag match for next week of Zaria.
My apologies. It was a tag match. Sorry, I had this turned down a little bit, but I thought it was a 4-way, but a tag match is just as good to set up.
No. That's the thing, is that he says to Zaria's like, why is everybody getting involved? That title should be mine. I should be the next up. And he says, next week you're in a tag match. It's you and Nikkita versus Lizzy and Tatum. And it's just like, a tag match. Why? I'm done doing tags. If you don't do this tag match, then you don't get a title shot. And I'm like, because you already know you're gonna book her to pin the champion, and that's how you get title shots in WWE. Like,
yeah.
The idea that, like, I already booked a tag match, and if you say no to being the tag match, then you can't have any dessert. Like, what is...
It's also just like not... I don't think you should earn title shots by having a match that's up to chance with other people like that.
Yes, agreed.
I don't know why I all control deleted that segment from my brain, but I remember it because I thought Zaria was actually pretty good in it. Zaria, like, now that we're getting to see her promo something more authentic, is really refreshing, honestly. Like, she's really good at eliciting emotion with a lot of her promos. I thought she did a good job earlier today. I remember this segment. I don't know why I blanked on it, but she's very, very good. And it's nice to see there's more clarity in what she's doing now. And I like that for her because she really delivers on the promo side with that. But yeah, like, your title shot is contingent possibly on 2 other people is just never something that, like, especially when it's not best friends. Lizzy Rain just got here 10 minutes ago, and Nikkita Lyons is like a pin eater.
The idea that, like, if you had the tag match and Nikkita Lyons got pinned by Lizzy Rain again, that somehow, because she played nice and was in the tag match, you get... Or what if she gets pinned in the tag match? Like, if you do the tag match, you get a tag title shot. If not, if you win the tag match, if you are in it, like, I don't think they're necessarily an inverse. If you don't do the tag match, you can't get a title shot. So if I do the tag match, then I do get a title shot? Because if that's the case, I guess I'll do it. But what you're saying is right. That is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is if you don't do it, you won't get one. And I feel like that's as a father, that is not how you reason with people. Like, if you don't do this, then you're going to be punished. But if you do this, then we'll see. We'll see if you get the thing that you want.
Honestly,
it's not a way to reason with people. It's just not.
I would love for her side to lose, not for her to take the pin, but then she just goes ballistic on everyone after, including Robert. I want her to F5 Robert Stone.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Like, that would be really cool if, like, there's just all these things that are not in Zaria's control that keep her from getting title shots. And she just goes on a rampage every time one does it, to the point where people are scared not to give her one. I think is actually, I like, for the way that they book, I think that's about as good as something could get. I really like that.
Yeah. You're right. Stone also has already done this before. If you want a rematch,
Yes.
Blake Monroe, then tag with Jackson Drake against Shiloh Hill. And
Are you Robert stoned right now? That's what I say.
Oh, by the way, yeah, we did get Zaria F5ing Taters, so we'll see.
Yes.
Like what I feel like that right there is the thing that lets us know what the plan is. You know what I mean? They don't have her do that if she's not getting the match. So
sure.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm looking at I know I'm looking at it on my phone. I forgot I have a phone that actually can show me things. It's nice. The phone is connected to the internet. It's pretty great. It's amazing.
Alex, you know what else you can do on your phone?
What can I do on my phone?
You can bet. You can place bets on your phone. You don't actually have to go to a bookie anymore.
Because my phone connects to the internet, and the internet is a place where I can find my.
They have applications you can download and websites that you can go on.
Yeah.
So your bookie, Arthur Grant, you can actually go to this site called My Bookie AG. You don't need to talk to Arthur Grant.
I
know.
And
Shawn's going to tell you all about it.
At My Bookie AG, they say that you can bet on anything, anytime, anywhere. And they mean it. NBA, NHL, NFL, Major League Baseball, UFC, pro wrestling. But that's not it. Motorsports, golf, tennis, darts, cycling, cricket, handball, floorball, rugby, snooker, volleyball, table tennis, cycling. Yeah, you can bet on it at MyBookie AG. They got the best support system in the business. We only want you to bet what you can, and please bet responsibly. But go take advantage of being able to bet on anything, anytime, anywhere. They got live esports. They got racing. They got everything at MyBookie AG. And right now, get a $50 bonus when you deposit $100 or a $100 bonus when you deposit $200. You can bet with Bitcoin and play their great casino games as well. MyBookie AG.
I stopped playing floorball. Asked me to take a 50% pay cut. I said, no, I know my worth.
No. You were too much of a legend, honestly.
I'm gonna go play wall ball for that kind of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Like, here's the thing about floorball. They got so used to being a monopoly that they got so used to there being no competition. And
listen, there are other sides to rooms that so you know what I mean? Like, here's the thing.
Walls.
I'll go and play
Ceilings.
wall. I draw the line at ceiling ball though.
Okay,
that's
fair.
Really tough game because you hang it upside down the whole time. That is difficult.
It's also
it's disorienting.
I feel like you age out of it so fast. Like it's tough to be a ceiling ball player in your 30s even. It's
really
it's tough.
Yeah, it's really tough on the
gravity.
Meniscus. So there was a little vignette for Tristan Angels where I feel like they used the true thing about him where they did not need to, and I would argue should not have. Like, I am a very proper Englishman. And as such, I am also a 7th generation sheep herder. And I can shear a sheep in a minute. But I'm also a very proper Englishman and also a model. Like, you can't... Like, it may be true that you are a 7th generation sheep herder, but you are playing a character on television. And the character you are portraying to us is not a 7th generation sheep herder. Or if he was born that, he left home at 7 years old to make his fortune because he was so damn gorgeous. You can change up the backstory to make it more, because you're obviously playing heel. Don't be proud of the fact that you can still shear a sheep in a minute. Like, I gave that up years ago. I would never touch one of those filthy animals again. Like, do something like that, because the character you are portraying isn't this other thing. That's just not how archetypes within professional wrestling work. You don't get to do both of those things.
I think he should be a sheep herder, and he should. That's how he creates a stable. Is he just like he herds people?
Well,
We herd people. We herd people.
It's very good. It's very good.
$1 million idea. But Alex, I don't normally run ads back to back like that. But if you are shearing your sheep in less than a minute and you don't want to be, I mean, how am I supposed to not take advantage of this segue, Alex? I mean, come on. If you need help making your time shearing sheep last a little bit longer, the future of erectile function is here, okay? Blue Chew Gold is changing the way millions and millions of men are having sex in 2026, and the new arousal-boosting formula combines passion and performance into one tablet that dissolves under your tongue for a super fast onset. As fast as shearing a sheep in under a minute, okay? No more waiting for a pill to kick in. No more moments ruined by performance anxiety. Just the results that you want when you want them. And most ED meds only focus on blood flow. But Blue Chew Gold, they go farther by combining 2 ingredients for blood flow, 2 for mental arousal, 2 and 2. So, you're not just physically ready. You are actually in the mood, and this type of innovation is why Blue Chew Gold is the #1 brand in erectile function. The process is simple and all online. Get started at bluechew.com and go for the gold, and we've got a special deal for our listeners. That's right, we're practically giving the Blue Chew Gold away, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, when you buy 2 months of Blue Chew Gold, you get the 3rd for free with the promo code FIGHTFUL. That's promo code FIGHTFUL. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. You got to give stuff 90 days, so getting that 3rd month free is delightful.
I'm going to ask for my release, and I'm going to get 90 days. You're talking about livestock with erectile dysfunction. Like, those two things, I feel like probably shouldn't be together.
I think that's a you problem. I don't know why your mind went to bestiality like that. I would never.
If you're shearing your sheep...
It was the under a minute part.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Because I thought we were still getting like the manscaping ads, and I was okay,
the blank your blank.
Oh, okay, fine. Like that would be fine, but okay.
Jam Beard saying, and if you want to get bricked up hurting people, Blue Chew is for you. I'll read the other one to
obviously,
Alex out.
Obviously, he has to start a faction called the Herd Syndicate.
The Herd Syndicate, yeah. They hurt people.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, I broke Alex. His internet recovers and then I break him.
Oh my god. Just okay. He also he mentions Shiloh Hill and Hank and Tank for some reason.
Yes.
He mentions Cam Hendricks, who stole his thunder last week. It's the Herd Syndicate with Bobby Lashley.
I love us. Anyway, continue.
And Shepton Benjamin.
I like it.
Yeah?
We're on to something.
Okay. So I don't know why he's calling out Hank and Tank. Hank and Tank are a couple of chumps who don't win matches. So I don't know why we're calling out them. That is, they have no business being called out whatsoever. Tristan Angels cuts a really good promo. He's only 22 years old. We will see what he's got, because I have not watched Evolve and I don't know anything about him. but obviously we'll see more of this. Shiloh responds with a weird that he jumps a fence and like is doing some electrical work in a shed like during this promo. He's the best. And what I love about NXT sometimes, gosh, it's just one of the things that just makes them so NXT is Shiloh Hill was in the main event last week and he beat Ricky Saints, who is now on SmackDown having matches with Cody Rhodes and was a former NXT champion and a former NXT North American champion. And the way they capitalize on that is by having him name dropped by a new guy and then responding to that new guy with a weird selfie cam. And not anything else. Like, they're really bad at like giving somebody a huge moment and then completely just not doing anything with them the next week. And I really wish they would get better at that.
I do think it's a little tricky because the men's division is just like in such a weird state of flux. Like, if you were like, Kate, what's the top, middle, and bottom of the men's division? I don't know if I have a super clear answer for you outside of certain people, right? Like, so I do think it's tricky because, like, I would like to see them do something and set up something certainly more substantive, but I also kind of get it. Like, in this exact moment, I agree with the criticism overall. It's something that I would be on the phone with Shawn Michaels about for sure. But I think right now it's just like, we don't know who's where. I don't even know if they're clear on like who's in their tag division and their singles division entirely. Like, It's such a weird state of flux. And that part's kind of not their fault. Like, that's just the pace of the main roster right now.
They need they need to have some kind of a better handle on that because there's no delineation. Everybody is everybody right now.
Yes.
There's absolute parity. Everyone is at the same level, and that makes it compelling probably to a lot of people, but it is a signification that you don't know who's your best guys, because the best guys are the ones you put on TV and get the most TV time, and everyone has the same amount of TV time, and it's like, well, then you don't know who your best guys are.
Well, it's also difficult because, so this might shock some people, but like, of what that is that it's the wild, wild west. And that really doesn't work when you don't know who your top, middle, and bottom are. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that makes it compounds the problem. I do think there's also this issue is like, I think a lot of people now see Saquon Sugars in a different light after the past couple of weeks. Yeah. And he has to get out of this thing with Dark State, which may or may not be ending or whatever. So it's like, I think a lot of their top prospects are now also in tag teams and in groups. Like, I certainly think Jackson Drake. I certainly think Shawn Legacy. And you need a tag team division. It's certainly because they don't have one on the main roster barely at all anymore. They released everybody. So it's a mess, and it's one that's not entirely on them, I don't feel like. Which is tough, but it's one that I hope they sort out soon, because I think if they're going to continue to do what they do, and they will, despite your several phone calls to Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, no, it's not one.
It works worse when you don't have clarity around who stands where, and it doesn't feel like they have a ton of like, these are Miles Bourne's next three guys. Like, I don't feel that at all. So I hope they figure it out soon, because I think it'll be a more enjoyable product to watch.
Yeah. So Tony's heading to the ring to have his match with Tavion. He's attacked by Cam Hendricks, who I forgot attacked Miles Bourne last week. So Cam Hendricks is coming for everybody, which I guess is fine. But like later, it is confirmed by what happens of who Cam Hendricks is actually going to be facing. So him attacking Tony D here feels odd. But he's banned from the building, and Lord knows, once you're banned from the building,
you never get back in.
You cannot get. They revoke your credentials. They take away your little card that you can swipe to get into the door. they take that away from you. You're not allowed to have that back. You have to come back tomorrow during business hours, and somebody will let you in. You can get your card back, but you are not allowed back in the building tonight, young man.
You're actually sent to the naughty corner, and you would just have to think about what you've done.
Yeah,
it's tough.
So then Rob Stone freaks out and says, "I banned Cam from the building, but I don't know where Tony D is." You should probably know where Tony D is. But we're going to move the main event up, and it's going to happen right now. Thank goodness everybody is ready for that match to happen right now.
Yeah.
The main event is Lola and Mr. Iguana. My daughter said, "Why is he green?" And I said, "Because he's an iguana." And she said, "No, he's not." And I said, "You're a chip off the old block."
Alex's daughter confirms.
Yep.
No DNA test needed here.
Yeah,
we're
good. He's very big in Mexico. I told her.
I love that your daughter's just a no-sell instead of
I mean,
no, he's not.
It's the way I said it. It's like, not his name is Mr. Iguana. I said, because he's an iguana. And she took a pause. No, he's not. Like, because he's not an iguana. He's a person. He paints himself green. That's different.
Folks, where's the lie?
Yeah. So anyway,
No, he's not.
It's Izzy Dame and Niko Vance. This match was long, and
It was
so long. It had the inevitable conclusion that you knew it would have, which is that Lola Vice was so concerned for her tag partner taking a bump during a match that she stopped applying an armbar. Like, it was like, I mean, like, Mr. Iguana he's a wrestler. He's allowed to take bumps during matches. Like, there's no way you can retain the mixed tag titles if every time your tag partner takes a bump, you have to stop wrestling to go check on him. That's dumb. Anyway, showing how dumb it is, she gets rolled up from behind and then ends up getting so distracted by all of this thing, she misses her back fist, ends up taking what I would describe as a Claymore knee. It's not a Busaiku knee. It's more like the Claymore thing, the way she does it, but she does it with the knee instead, or the shin maybe. But Izzy Dame hits it, knocks her block off, gets the pin on her. Golly, I wonder if Izzy Dame is going to get a title match out of this.
Well, Kalani Jordan certainly thinks so backstage, but yeah, I flat out loud go, so she just stopped? She did. She just stopped with the submission, and she had her locked in it forever. She was so... Yeah. Now, Niko Vance did slam the hell out of him on the outside in a way that made me shoot worried. I was like, I hope he didn't concuss the iguana, man. I will say I understand that this is cross-promotional to AAA. So
Sure.
that isn't lost on me when I say this next thing. Like, I understand from a business and interpromotional standpoint while you're doing it. It does not feel like a women's world championship program. Like, this does not feel like I really, really, really wanted for Lola to have a title reign if they were going to go through with this that really established her and made her feel like a fighter. Because I feel like the thing with Lola Vice is, what are we tapping into with her? Because she's really compelling in the ring. She has a very cool style. She has a great look. But all we know is that dancing butt and Hispanic. So I was like, let's see the fighter in her come out. And I don't think pairing her with Mr. Iguana is a way that feels, A, makes her feel like a champion, and B, feels like a championship program when you're paired with very popular, very silly luchador, Mr. Iguana. So I understand this will probably clear out after this AAA event that's coming up. But it's a little disappointing so far because I'm in Lola's corner, man. Like, I really want something for her with this title reign, and I just don't feel like we've been getting it. Now, on the other hand, I think Izzy Dame is maybe too quietly really blossoming into a really cool wrestler. Yeah. Like, I feel like it's a little bit under the radar, but I really enjoyed watching her growth over the past 6 months or so. I think it's been really good, and I think she has a very unique alley, which is something that you really need, I think,
Yeah.
in WWE and NXT in particular. So
I mean,
kudos to her.
here's the thing: they're doing something with the North American Championship right now that they should have done with the Women's World Championship, which is that Lola comes out and then 3 women come out who say they want a title shot.
Right.
And those 3 women are Izzy Dame, who you most recently lost the North American title to Tatum and then couldn't get it back. So I feel like you need to pick up at least one big win before you get a title shot. And the other 2 are Kendall Gray and Kalani Jordan, who are obviously going to start feuding in a whichever one wins gets a title shot feud. You know, that thing that they're doing while the champ is busy, they fight each other and the winner of that moves up. So if you're going to do that feud, you have a triple threat for number 1 contendership. Izzy Dame, Kalani Jordan, Kendall Gray. Kalani Jordan ends up costing Kendall Gray the match because Kalani Jordan will not allow Kendall to win. Izzy Dame pins Kendall Gray because Kalani Jordan is screwing everything up. Izzy Dame gets the victory. She pins Kendall Gray. Kendall Gray will recover from that pinfall because she's going to win the feud with Kalani Jordan. Eventually, she will look. That's a big thing for Izzy Dame. That's why Izzy Dame has the title match, because she got the pinfall over Kendall Gray. Kendall Gray recovers in time for after Izzy loses to Lola, because Kendall Gray will have beaten Kalani Jordan in their feud. There's no reason to me that Izzy Dame should be taken seriously as a title contender, considering that she's come off a whole bunch of losses.
Yeah.
You have to give her wins. The wins they're giving her are over the current champion. And that's always a dumb thing to do. Don't do that.
I agree wholeheartedly. Yep.
Yes, Kalani Jordan is talking to Lola backstage and says, well, now Izzy's definitely going to want a title shot, but you don't have to worry about her. You got to worry about me. And Lola should just look her in the face and be like, I knocked you out. Like, yeah, but I tapped you out before I knocked you out. And then she like what have I done for me lately is knock you the F out. And then she leaves. And then Kendall Gray comes up and Kalani and her can have their little argument like they do. But it is very funny that Kalani thinks that coming off a loss to Lola Vice, she should get a title match against Lola Vice. Like you got to make better decisions in your creative process than that.
I also like what you said, because I want Lola to like stand on things. Like I want people to stand on if you win by knockout, that should mean something. Like flat out. Like we talked about it last week, how cool that was, the way that Joe Hendry went out, or the week before, I can't remember, but that's I knocked your ass out is different than I pinned your shoulders to the mat 1, 2, 3, and it should feel that way.
Yeah.
So it does seem like something's unresolved there. So I'm glad that they're going to tie up that loose end. That part is good.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, Lola knocked her out in the breakout tournament too.
That was a long time ago, but like she's definitely had Kalani's number over the course of.
And she could say, "I've knocked you out multiple times." Like that's such a simple thing to make her sound like a boss.
Yeah, Tavion. They had already announced on the broadcast. Vic Joseph told us that the match with Tony D'Angelo is still happening tonight. Tavion Heights and Tony D'Angelo, that is our new main event. 5 minutes later, Tavion Heights is backstage being like, man, I can't believe they canceled my match.
I'm so mad.
And Miles Bourne also doesn't know that they... So, like, you got to get better with the editing of this stuff. I don't know when this does not strike me like a live scene. They feel like they taped it. So, if that's the case, you got to figure out how to edit that so that...
Yeah.
Like, so
we saw this on AEW the other week where Willa Ospreay got kidnapped and Alex Windsor just didn't care. Like, it's acknowledged on screen that her husband is Will Ospreay, or husband to be is Will Ospreay. And She just didn't care that her husband got kidnapped by the Death Riders.
Heights is really pissed off that my match got canceled, and Miles Bourne is like, "This is a good thing." What do you mean a good thing? Well,
you can prepare.
You're gonna get your match eventually. It's just like you only had like an hour to prepare. Now you're gonna have at least a full week, maybe longer, depending on what's up with Tony. But Tavion's like, "No, I want to do it right now." And then Rob Stone says, "Congratulations, you can do it right now." We're doing it later tonight, but it's basically right now. And so Tavion's like, "Yay!" I mean, he doesn't really say it like that. But
yeah, that was a little jovial. Comparatively, I think you're on Tomodachi Island where this happened.
Yay!
But they would be like, "Yay!" in their little robot voices.
Yeah. Hank and Tank versus Dark State. I remember when Hank and Tank weren't just a couple of chumps. Remember when they looked like the future of tag team wrestling in WWE because they had that match versus Fraxium? Hey, remember when Fraxium weren't a couple of chumps?
Follow the thread all the way through. It gets really scary.
Hey, remember when tag teams weren't all a bunch of chumps?
Yeah. I recall something about this.
Hey, remember the New Day?
Yeah.
Anyway, Hank and Tank have a match against Dork State. I don't remember this being announced prior to tonight. It was just like a whatever. We're gonna go get tag gold, says Osiris Griffin and Cutler last week. I didn't know they meant by beating Hank and Tank, who are currently the champions. Wait, no, they're not. So I guess this is on the road to getting back to that particular spot on the card. But very early in the match, Hank and Tank are thrown to the outside. The referee has his back turned. He is talking to Osiris Griffin or somebody in the ring. And Deon Lennox grabs a chair. He's just going to start wailing on both of these guys with a chair. Like 2.5 minutes into the match. And Saquon Sugar is like, "No, dude, the referee is probably going to see you do that. Yeah. And then they'll be disqualified." And Deon loses his mind. Every week with you in this. Every week, I just want to hit a guy with a chair. And every week you stop me from hitting guys with chairs. This is my thing. I hit guys with chairs and you won't let me. And Osiris and Cutler have to get out of the ring to calm them both down. After the commercial break, these two dudes are literally giving each other the silent treatment. They're standing 10 yards apart from each other on the outside with their backs to each other, and they're looking over each other like, "I'm not talking to you. I don't like you." It's like the episode or something where Stephanie and DJ Tanner drew a line of duct tape down the center of their room. That's what these two guys were.
I'm so proud of you for making a Full House reference. I know that's not your wheelhouse.
It could have been any sitcom. I'm pretty sure all sitcoms.
Every sitcom had this at one point.
Duct tape down the center of the room bit. But yeah, basically that. It was basically that.
We got a chat from Adelia.
Oh, hey, Adelia.
It says, "Hi, Alex, Kate, and the SGS. Just stopping in to say hello. Was NXT good or crazy tonight?" A little bit of both, Adelia. I just want to say, I never want to hear about women being the emotional ones again after watching all of this unfold. Are they on their period? Why were they acting like this?
My God, man. Yeah. So Hank and Tank, it's a good little match, honestly.
It is. It really was. Hank and Tank are great. They can work.
Hank and Tank are really good, and they made the two weakest members of Dork State look better than they actually are, because Hank and Tank have been doing this as a team for a while now, and they are really good at getting the crowd invested into the stuff.
Yes.
And they lost.
And me. It was really nice to sit and get lost in it for a minute. It was good. It was a really good match.
And they end up losing, double team finisher. So the story appears to be for Dork State that Saquon and Dion can't get the job done in singles stuff, but the tag team in the middle can. So I don't know. What happened to OTM? They were like prominently featured as a tag team for a long time,
Yeah,
and
I don't
I don't know
know.
if they're injured or something. But it was weird because they were like, we're coming for the titles next, and then they didn't, and they're not on TV and haven't been on TV for a while. I don't know if one of them got dinged up or something, but
Yeah, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I feel like I did. I I feel like, or no, that was Shawn Legacy and EK Prosper. I was gonna say I feel
yeah,
like they had replaced someone, but that wasn't the case.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. That is an odd one.
yeah. But uh, this is um, fine. It is. We're definitely getting. I don't. Again, August. I don't know when we're getting Deion Lennox versus Saquon Sugars. I don't know if it's going to be like for custody of the other two or what. How's that's going to work? But Saquon Sugars being the guy who's like a moderate approach to cheating, sir, and Deion being like, no, I want to hit dudes with
No,
chairs.
I want to cheat like a lot.
And I just I feel like Saquon is the one who's going to end up babyface. Um, but like I don't need him to be babyface. I just need him to be not part of this group anymore.
Or just face, but we don't need him babied,
Well,
right?
no, we
Like,
don't need
yeah.
baby, but like I just don't want to be like like hold on now. We in Dork State, everyone is safe because we don't use weapons. Like I don't need him to like be that guy now.
He
You know what I
doesn't need to
mean?
be the dad.
Um,
Yeah, this was a good little match. I The other thing that's always tough with Dark State for me is, this kind of dovetails into your point, is like it feels like they fixate on minutia when the whole vibe of the group is supposed to be about inflicting pain and violence. And today that was the chair, but it feels like there's like all these little like, well, you took my opportunity from me, and like that stuff works with certain groups. That doesn't feel like the energy of this group, so it's just always felt a little off to me in that way. Of like, these badasses shouldn't fixate on little stuff like that.
yeah.
But in their defense, they've tied it back to like for the health of the group, right? So I can appreciate that.
Yeah. This is a great thing where we could hear Vic Joseph and Booker T. We could hear him, but we he couldn't hear anybody else, and they just sent out a frantic dude trying to like fix everything on camera. And I was like, you got to cut away to something else before that guy shows up because
Yeah.
whatever he did didn't work. And then they cut to the pre-tape angle. They have this woman, Emily Agard, I guess is her
Yes,
new
new.
name. She's new. I love that they gave her the assignment nobody else wanted,
Yeah.
which was to venture out into the world and interview Keanu Carver, who will not talk to cameras and has said so. And he's like, let's put the camera down and then we'll talk. And the camera still gets them just from like the feet up. And can I ask you just one question? What motivates you? Money. I'm like, okay. They're asking guys to take pay cuts now, and you're in NXT, and I mean, yeah. I did like what he said. Where his thing was, I got a lot of people to take care of back home. I got to do whatever will get me money, and this is the thing
Oh
that's
no,
trying
did
to
Alex freeze
give.
again?
I,
We were doing
I,
so. Freeze? Who
I,
froze?
I can you see me and hear me? I can see you and
I
hear
can see
you.
and hear you now too.
Okay, good. Um, he he says he's basically doing Jacob Fatu, which
This was
I wouldn't care
yeah.
about except for they're literally just doing the exact same thing Jacob Fatu is doing right now, and they have similar hair. I just don't understand why it like he's basically they are basically baby facing Keanu Carver.
This is what I felt mixed about with this.
And I was like, I thought he delivered this well, and we've never gotten information about of him, about anything about him, like, because he's refused interviews. So this is the first thing we're getting of him, and I mean, I think a lot of most people can relate to. I have a lot of people depending on me, and I need to. I'm the only one apparently who can send money home and try and help these people who depend on me. I feel like it's really unfortunate that he is making an NXT salary while trying to do this. Because that probably doesn't work out very well. But his thing that says, like, this is not like, oh gosh, I want to be a WWE superstar and I want a main event WrestleMania. I need to make money. This is how I am currently making money. I will make more money if I am a champion, right? Well, then give me a title shot. And if you're not going to give me a title shot, you just cut me, because I have responsibilities. I have to keep coming to work. I feel like maybe I could find something that pays me more than this somewhere else, but I don't want to quit. I want you to fire me if that's the case. Give me a chance or cut me. And as he says, he says that he told Shawn Michaels that, and that's, at least that's something interesting, I guess. We will see if any of this comes to fruition in any kind of way. I liked that they addressed him knowing what the symbol was on
yes,
the box,
that was very encouraging.
Where Emily was like, "Hey, I like that Emily is like the investigative reporter."
Yes,
she's like,
I thought she did good.
On the record for this one, how did you know what the symbol was for war?
Good question.
And Emily. He's like, when I was going to college, I didn't go to all the classes, but when I did, I listened. I paid attention. And he says, I'm smart as shit for real. and oh, okay. I like I like the dude who has a head on his shoulders but doesn't like using it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not like, doesn't brag about it and just go out of his way to stuff. But like, if I'm being told something, I will listen because that's what I was brought up to do. So I listened and I remember things, and that's good. I'm smart, but I don't do all that stuff in that way, like that kind of a thing. Also, the reason that he's so psychotic in the ring is because that helps him have a better of a chance of winning matches. And when he wins matches, his trip to the pay window has more bills in the envelope, and that is what he uses to send back to his family. Like, all of that kind of feels like, the old Kevin Owens prize fighter thing.
Sure.
Like, which I'm totally down with. I just don't think you can I don't trust them to extend this into something that feels believable in 6 weeks.
I feel like this was designed to create intrigue, and it did that. So, to me, they accomplished the goal for me as a viewer. I thought Emily did very well. I thought he did very well with delivering it, especially in this very different setting than, like, it was a hidden cell phone camera, and then he called out that it was a hidden cell phone camera and said, "You've been taping the whole time anyway. I'll give you a question." My thing is, like, I like your psychology on it, so maybe I'll renege it. But my initial reaction was like, it feels like he gets very set off, and I don't know if I buy that that's the guy who's doing it for his family. Like, it feels like he gets, like, taken to another level by something, and that doesn't feel like I got to send money to people back home. Like, that feels at a dissonance to me. I like your idea that it's like, yeah, but if I beat the living crap out of this guy, that means I'm definitely making money. Mm-hmm. But it just feels like the viciousness and the anger that he's been approaching it with align with the explanation for
The
me.
problem, yeah, the in ring while he's wrestling, that makes sense. I'm gonna pick a fight with Booker T.
I
Doesn't
think that's
align.
the thing that's kind of
that's
eating
the thing
away
is
at me a little bit.
they're not doing a very good job of retconning the guy they've already shown us.
It feels like they decided this is who he
Moving
was after
forward,
all
you
of it,
can
yeah.
do this guy.
Yeah.
But this doesn't work with the dude who's like, I would like to pick a fight with Booker T, please.
I agree.
Like it makes sense when he beats the hell out of other wrestlers,
Joe Hendry or whatever, yeah.
to get title shots, but like beating the hell out of Joe Hendry while Joe Hendry's giving a concert doesn't accomplish you getting more money.
Right.
Whoever is holding a title is a guy you attack backstage because you're smart enough to realize the guys who get title matches are the ones who attack the champions backstage. I watched the program. I know what's going on. Like that guy to me is somebody I can look at and be like, okay, well, nobody else is being honest about it.
Yeah.
So that's fine. He gets nothing out of attacking being pissy with Booker T. Gets nothing out of it. You know what I mean? Like
yes.
He got a match with Jasper Troy that he won, but like, and so he got a trip to the pay window from it. But you can't assume you're getting that match when you say Booker T. I don't like that people are acknowledging you. Like, so you know what I mean? He should not be picking fights with Joe Hendry because, like, why? Joe Hendry's on his way out of NXT. Like nothing's like, because he's not, as he says, I don't care about moving up in the thing except for the champions get paid more. So like, well, if I get a victory over this former NXT champion, surely that will put me in line to like that'll turn heads backstage. Like that's not his deal. Like he walks into somebody and says, "Give me a title shot." No, okay, well then I'll make my own title shot. Like this is the thing is like him standing around like looking at Tony D.
Yeah.
Is not like that's not who this guy is. The problem is that you are not ready. You, the company, are not ready yet to do Keanu Carver versus Tony D. You have other things you want to do first. So you kind of never should not have them interact at all. Because if this is your thing who Keanu Carver is, then Keanu Carver should be attacking Tony D.
Right.
Because that's how you get title matches. It's just, it's yeah.
You only get so many minutes on the phone with Hickenbottom. You got to pick your battles, so I get it.
Yeah, no, we I don't know, man. I forgot to mention Shallow Hill says that he's going to research what Tristan Angels is allergic to.
Alex, I love him so much.
He's great. He's
what
great.
a little freak. I love this guy so much. He acknowledges the Dynamite comment from Shawn Michaels last week, too. I love this. I love all of it.
He says
he's killing it.
It's weird. It's weird that he would say to throw a stick of dynamite in the locker room because I was specifically told not to bring explosives in there anymore.
And he says it so earnestly.
And he says it. So he says it just like he's having a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
Like he's.
He can set up a stick of dynamite, but
he's one of the best characters right now in WWE, if not all of wrestling. Just
he's really in command of it. I'm so impressed week over week by how in command he is of it.
He's fully doing it. Okay. Tony D'Angelo and Tavian Heights is good. These are two guys who like to throw people around. I like that. Like Tony D's got an amateur background, but he wasn't an Olympian. But then Tony D says, "Well, I'm not afraid of an Olympian. Just because I didn't go to the Olympics doesn't mean I'm not a good wrestler." So they're throwing mat stuff around. They're doing suplexes to each other. This is good. And wouldn't you know it? Oh my gosh, Cam Hendricks, the guy who was banned from the building,
he was
somehow got back into the building. That's so crazy.
They said, "Get out of here."
And
he got back in.
disposes with him to the outside, but then Miles Bourne shows up out of nowhere and decides he's gonna run in and hit a flying dive onto Cam Hendricks on the outside, but then Tavion Heights is dumb and turns around and gets a big dead to rights spine buster. And I like that Tony D was like, "Hey, you shot your shot, kid. You came up short, but that doesn't mean you got to like it." Man, that's the thing. I always use that line. I don't know if I've used it in a long time, but it's from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. It's such an amazing line, and it's what I think so much of wrestling should be, is at the end of the little prologue where River Phoenix as young Indiana Jones is trying to like get the Cross of Coronado from these bandits or whatever. The head bandit at the end and says, "Look, you lost today, kid, but that doesn't mean you have to like it." And I every time I see like a moment like Tony D walking over and like, "Next time you might get me because you almost had me tonight. Shake my hand." Like, I've always loved that kind of ethos with a champion, and that was great. So, as they're doing that, they are bum rushed by who used to be Will Cruz.
Yes.
He just does a big belly bump into the corner.
Not a fan, notably.
Not a fan. We now know it's that guy who jumped the barricade last week. Is what they said. So they're not really helping us out. He has to help us out after he does his. He wears Tony D like a backpack.
Yeah.
And then there's a cannonball into Tavion Heights in the corner. Obviously, his build does not hold him back from doing athletic things.
Correct. Yeah.
Which as a fellow fat guy,
Same.
I always
like, I'm moonsaulting around all the time.
I look at it and I go, my knees won't let me do any of that. Like, what? How are you? He's also much younger than me. But even when I was his age, I'm pretty sure my knees would not have let me do any of that.
He wasn't tearing it up on the carpet playing floorball like you were. You guys lived very different lives.
Yeah. His name is Mason Rook, but that's not what the the Netflix subtitles told me.
What is
Mason Rolfe? And I was hoping Rolfe was on my Muppet Babies TV show, but Rolfe was not. But I was like, Mason Rolfe, like that's that. So I honestly, up until I like looked it up and saw that it's actually Mason Rook, I was like, I don't know if I love Mason Rook. But I think I like it more than Mason Rolfe, which it just feels like
definitely, yeah.
Yes, like it's a piano playing Muppet dog is, I guess, not as good as the chess piece that goes 90 degrees.
Shout out to Ben Bishop, who was like, "Come on, hire me. Let's complete the set." And I was like, "Well, no wonder they were scouting Kevin Knight. Like, you could have a whole chess game here." But
well, they got Charlotte Flair. She's the queen.
She's the queen.
Yeah.
Lexis King. Oh, we're filling the board out pretty well here. We're getting pretty good.
Yeah.
But Mason Rook, I actually kind of liked it because it reminded me of there was a baseball player named John Crook, if people remember the OG John Crook. And I was like, man, big guys always have those short little names, like Rook, Crook, and Mason feels like a child actor. So that's where I'm more hung up on the name. But I think Mason Rook together works. I'm intrigued to see what he can do. I think someone like this fits in really well in NXT because they don't have a guy like this right now. I thought the match was really good. It was fun to see Tony D do some wrestling. I like it when we get to see that side of him. I, for one, am shocked that someone who was thrown out of the building just wormed their way in.
I know.
The security breach, they need to be having conversations in these times, Alex, that someone would just worm their way back into the building. But it was a good match. I really enjoyed their chemistry, and I thought there was like a nice competitive edge to it, and like this is our meeting place in the way that we approach the mat, but we approach the mat in very different ways. So I had a lot of fun watching this. Interference, of course, like in all these different ways, or like I guess not even just interference, like sometimes I just want the matches, especially like with the champion, to be about the match and not about everybody else getting involved. But this was going the way it was. I like that everybody still wants after Tony D, and I like that Tony D wants everyone to be after him. Like I like that that's the champion that Tony D'Angelo is. So some good stuff there.
Yeah.
And we'll see what's next for the old Tony D.
Yeah. Tama Valley says he's big, he's bad, he'll body slam your dad, Rolf. That's not.
I think that's his catchphrase.
Yes, it is.
But someone said that he'll body slam my dad, which I thought was kind of messed up.
He's big, he's bad, he'll body slam Kate's dad.
Why,
I don't know.
What did my dad do to Mason Rook?
I don't know.
Don't body slam my dad. My dad's great.
Yeah.
Rude.
I don't know anything about it. Tom Valley says, "We heard people. We heard people. We heard people. We heard people." That's good. And then Lieutenant Photo says, "A lot of firing story lately, not tone deaf." I felt like because he was requesting his release.
Yes.
Basically, was a different thing than the fire Logan Paul.
Let's sing a song and have Logan Paul call himself unfireable. I agree, but I am like, man, we don't need to run it back 3 different times or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Whistle King says, "You guys make my Wednesday better here in Australia."
Aussie. I love our Australian wrestling family here.
I miss Alpha Bill. Has anybody seen Alpha Bill? We haven't seen Alpha Bill in a very long time. I hope Alpha Bill,
are you here?
If you're lurking, please
make yourself known.
But make yourself known because we miss you. We miss Alpha Bill. Yeah. Alpha Bill used to watch us during meetings. In Australia. It
was awesome.
Maybe
he has to focus at work or some nonsense.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So here we go. We have both anime puns.
I will understand none of.
And island puns.
Those I will probably
Greg Cherry did say he was going to do entirely island puns. So I'm just going to scroll here and just do only Greg Cherry puns to see if we can just get a hold of all the island ones out of the way.
Respect.
Greg Cherry Brand says Puerto Rico Constantino.
Nice.
Greg Cherry says coconut beware.
Very good.
And Greg Cherry says the Great Bermuda. Rafael Garcia says whole cake island irrelevancy.
Very good.
Braun Windbreaker. Attack on Titan. There you go. Sure. And Sail Ember Moon.
I get that one.
Mm-hmm. And for island buns, Kit Wilson.
That's really good.
That's good. It's good.
That whole situation was toxic.
Florida Royce Keys from Meeting Romas. Oba Fiji. Penta El Cerro Madagascar.
Beautiful.
Big Maui. Balkan Arrow. Keith Sicily. Emerald Isla Dawn. Very and nice. HGTV's Islands of Renovancy.
Very good. Thank you for those, enormous.
Greg Cherry says Lance Archipelago.
Very nice.
And Greg Cherry says Bay Bigelow. Let's see.
It means a lot when people cater to our specific taste.
Yes. See here. Greg Cherry says Ember Lagoon.
Very nice.
Greg
How
Cherry
does
says
Ember Lagoon fit into this?
5 starfish splash.
Very nice.
I like this one from I like this one a lot from Greg Cherry. Yacht Steiner.
Why do you like it, Alex? Is it because you have a playlist called Yacht Walk?
I do. I have a playlist of yacht rock that I play while I walk. It's called Yacht Walk.
Guessed it in 0.5 seconds.
Mike Shutt says Santa Catalina. Tony Dan Tuckett. Baron Corfu. Mykonos Lockwood. Isle of Mansour. Mata All Gas No Brakes car. 1 word, 5 letters. Crete.
Very good, Mike Shot. Thank you.
Greg Cherry says Maxine Capri.
Very good.
Maxine Capri. Meet Normus says Philippine These Nuts. Great Barrier Yeet.
Very nice.
Sid Vesuvius.
Nice.
It's a castaway. Yes, it is. Kiwi Omega. Teddy Long Island of Relevancy. And Volcano Nightingale. Volcano Nightingale. Very good.
Nice.
All right. Greg Cherry says Peninsula Sokoa.
Very nice.
Solo Sokoa is billed at 250 pounds. Tony D'Angelo was billed at 253 pounds. One of those dudes is lying.
Yeah.
There's no way they weigh the same amount.
No.
Well, I don't know if one of them's inflating and one of them's deflating, but that when they were like Tony D'Angelo weighing in at 253 pounds, I was like, 3 pounds more than Solo Sokoa? Really? I don't know. T. Man says Trinity and Tobago, Isle of Hometown Man. The Isle of Man, the Isle of Hometown Man. Trinity, obviously, Fatu.
Sure.
And Tobago.
Very good.
Silver Apocalypse says Dalton Sandcastle, Sun Burn It Down, Corey Waves, Flip Flop Gordon, Sandal K Orton, and Sandal Keith, old Sandal Keith, and Scarlet Surf Bordeaux.
Very good.
Greg Cherry says Coral Jade.
Nice.
Greg Cherry says Scuba Femi.
Nice.
It is hard to strut in a scuba gear.
Oh my gosh. I've tried it.
Greg Cherry says Awesome Conch. And also says Dakota Kayak.
Very nice.
Let's see here. No. Let's see. Yeah, no. I think that's no. No. Oh, I like this one from wait a minute, go back. Greg Cherry says ponytail muscle stash.
That's a good one.
Greg Cherry says, we don't just set the barnacle, we are the barnacle. Yevlians, I think I ran out of puns. LOL.
Thank you. Thank you for all those. We appreciate it. They were excellent.
Uh-huh.
Awesome Conch was my favorite.
Yes. All right. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, Ryan Chiquini says, can we talk about the Sportsnet pipeline for Canada? First Renee, then Jackie, and now Emily in WWE. Greatest training ground.
Sincerely. Very good stuff. I thought Emily was great tonight.
She did a very good job. So here we go. Anime puns. And because I know all of the references.
I'm going to get all of these.
I am going to laugh heartily at all of these.
Oh, me too.
Here we go. From Tom LaValle, Inuyasha Slamovich. Zito Gatto says, Ricky the Dragon Ball Z.
I basically know all of anime because I got 2 or 3 so far.
We already read that one. Let's see here. Jambier says, Jujutsu Kaiser. Cowboy Bebop shit. Soul Eater Ruka. Scott Steiner's Gate. Yu Yu Haku. Remember that?
Man.
Try Guns Up. Black Cloverleaf. Samurai Champloo.
Oh, man. That was my favorite.
Understand entirely.
Man, I so get those references.
Yes. Shadester says, the eminence in my shadow knows my story. I fully understand that one. Jambeard says, my neighbor Totoroba Femi. Well, obviously, that's, yes.
Stop, it's too good. It's still good.
We're not cool.
I don't know anything. I'm sorry. I just do my
Beard says, "Darling and the Frankensteiner."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jambeard says Inuyasha, Tokyo Julia, Space L Dandy.
Yep. Those ones.
Yes, it is good. I'm happy. I hope you guys are popping each other. Dashed Hopes says Full Metal Alchemist Iguana.
Okay, that one I
I know
actually
Full
get.
Metal Alchemist. That's
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist Iguana. Okay, Naraku Shippuden. Now we're back to me not knowing.
Yeah.
Code Breaker
Yes.
Gios. Gintama Tonga. Dr. Robert Stone. Love is War Raiders. Promised Never Randy. Yugi Goba Femi.
That one I got. Nailed it. I knew two of those.
Jambeard says, also happy birthday to Monkey D. Luffy. And happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I can't believe I didn't mark that on my calendar this year.
I did, and I still missed it.
Wow. Yeah. The Spidey Boy says, Solo Sokoa Leveling. Alistair Black Clover. Dan Danhausen. Oran High School Bullet Club, and JoJo Hendry's Bizarre Adventure.
Crushed it.
Yes.
Those were all excellent. And I would know.
Jambeard says Dakota Isekai. Zilla Apocalypse says Maki Ito Zenin. And Spike Dudley Spiegel.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Mate Norma says Kona Vice. Chelsea Greenland. That's Britton Baker. I know that one. Britton Baker DMD. It's fine. Jambeard says Jet Speed Racer. Gundam Winged Angel.
Crushed it.
Yes.
Thank you guys for sincerely sending these in, knowing that we have no idea what you're talking about, but doing it for each other. I'm not even being a sarcastic little brat. I love it.
It's the best. It's the best. That's kind of why I wanted you guys to be able to do this, because I know we have a lot of anime fans who watch us.
Yes.
And we are uninitiated. So I wanted you guys to have fun with each other. It's very important. So we have some jukeboxes. You have one. Rafael Garcia says the Madrigals. Oh, the Mad Regals is the Madrigals. Now I get it. Part 2. Regal sings "Now is the Month of Maying" by Thomas Morley. Okay, this is going to be we're going to see now.
I can't do a Stone Cold impression.
You sure can. You did it one time, and it was really good.
I did it one time with one phrase.
So let's see here. Now is the month of Maying. Now is the month of Maying by Thomas Morley. And I need somebody to give me the lyrics. Are you gonna? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Do we have the lyrics? We're coming along. We're
close.
waiting. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I'm good. Here we go. Now is the month of May, when merry lads are playing, fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la, each with his bonny lass upon the greeny grass. Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. The spring, clad in all gladness, doth laugh at winter's sadness. Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. Fie then, why sit we musing? Youth sweet refusing, fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. Say, dainty nymphs, and speak. Shall we play barley break? Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la.
That was beautiful. Very Regal coded.
Okay.
I want to change the world. What? Piercing the gales, unafraid of anything. What? Now, I hold my courage in my pieces of my smile, change my mind. If we reach the soaring future, what? Without losing our passion, we'll be able to shine. It's Wonderland. You left something in the far reaches of the gray sky. What? And keep on searching as you wander. In the night, your heart shook, and I can't see tomorrow. I can't believe anything and close my ears. When I met you, I found true place in my life. And innocent kindness is right here, and so we awaken. What? That's the best I can do. It sounds like you're Braun Strowman.
People seem to
I'm
like
not
it.
good at it.
And people seem to like it, though. See, Electric Mayhem wants Linder to sing How Bizarre.
I also want Linda to sing How Bizarre.
Brother Pele's in the back, Sweet Zeta's in the front, cruising down the freeway in the hot, hot sun. Suddenly, red-blue lights flash us from behind, loud voice booming. Please step out onto the line. Pele preach words of comfort. Xena just hides her eyes. Policeman taps his shades. Is that a Chevy 69? How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. Destination unknown as we pull in for some gas. A freshly pasted poster reveals a smile from the past. Elephants and acrobats, lions, snakes, monkey. Pele speaks righteous. Sister Xena says funky. How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby.
It's making me crazy.
Making
me crazy. Every time I look around. Every time I look up. Every time I look around. Every time I look around. It's in my face. How bizarre.
How bizarre. Oh my God, no, what was bizarre was that one time when we went to the salon. And I asked for a perm and they gave you a perm, and you asked for your hair to be stick straight and they did my hair stick straight. It was all such a mess. That was so bizarre.
You and I look so much alike.
That
it's
must
obvious
be what it
for
is.
how they could have confused the two of us.
Sure. We were probably wearing matching outfits too because it was one of our girls'
We
days.
always wear matching outfits to the salon. Then we wear our salon, our velour jumpsuits.
Of course.
Every time we go to the salon. That's what we wear to the salon.
Things?
What do you wear to the salon? That's what we wear to the salon.
Who doesn't wear velour?
Jambeard wants Darby to sing the Sailor Moon opening theme song.
Of course he does.
Song lyrics. Okay. She is the one named Sailor Moon. She is the one named Sailor Venus. Sailor Mercury, Sailor Mars, Sailor Jupiter. She is the one named Sailor Moon.
She's the one named... Thank you. Okay. I was going to say, she's the one named Brody King is right there.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
You're AEW World Champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, there you go. Good. Meet Normus wants Regal to sing Caribbean Queen to Excalibur.
Nice to see Regal come back. It's been a while.
Yeah, it was nice. Okay, Caribbean Queen. That's a classic.
That is.
Let's see. Let's see how much you go. She dashed by me in painted on jeans, and all heads turned because he was the dream. In the blink of an eye, I knew his number and his name, yeah. She said I was the tiger he wanted to tame. Caribbean Queen, now we're sharing the same dream, and our hearts, they beat as one. No more love on the run. Man in the Mask. I don't know. That's silly.
Of course.
Tom Valley says, since Friday was the 18th anniversary of it, let's have Dusty cut the famous Steiner Math promo once again. Okay. Steiner Math promo.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. It's been so much fun today.
All right, we are good. Here we go. Let's see here. Dusty, are you around? I'm always here, baby. Lurking, lurking. That's what I do.
Hi, Dusty.
So here we go. The Steiner math. Here we go. I'm gonna break down the numbers here. Um, let's see. Just waiting for it to load up. See, there's a lot of text, so it takes a long time. Here we
Sure,
go.
of
Here we go.
course.
Uh, all right. So here we go. I'm actually going to bring in a special guest to read the part of the interviewer for the segment,
Oh,
and
excellent.
then I
Okay.
will do the actual promo itself. So hold on.
Beautiful.
Hello. I will be
Ricky!
playing the part of Lauren.
Nice. Okay.
Scott Steiner, it's going to be a freeway for the TNA heavyweight title at Sacrifice between you, Kurt Angle, and Samoa Joe. Now, before you get there, you have an important step tonight as you and X Division champion Pete Williams take on the unlikely duo of Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. You know, they say that all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe, and you can see that the statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning, but I'm a genetic freak, baby, and I'm not normal, daddy, so you got a 25 at best chance of beating me. Then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chance of winning drastically go down. You see, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 and a 30 chance of winning, but I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So Samoa Joe, you take your 30-30 and a 30 chance, minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a 30 chance of winning a Sacrifice. But then, baby, you take my 75% chance of winning if we was to go one-on-one, and then add 66 and 2/3%. Again, that is 66 and 2/3%.
There it is. Okay. Thank you.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning a Sacrifice. See, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice. See, but I'm gonna break it down for all you ladies. Would you rather be with me, or would you rather be with Joe? Well, I think Joe's kind of nice, you know. See, you're one of those girls that like romance. I'm going to talk to all my freaks out there. Would you rather come home to me, a genetic freak, to be satisfied every night, if you will, or go home to that fat ass Samoa Joe? See, tonight, we're going to win, and I'm going to be the world champion at Sacrifice. Come on, Petey.
That was beautiful. I felt like I was transported back to a moment in time. Thank you to both of you.
18 years ago, where has the time gone?
Where does the time go anymore?
Who knows? It's not here anymore. That's why we want to know where it went. Anywho, well, I guess there's nothing more to say except, keep cool gabagoos.
Toodles.